Now today we've decided that we're going to give these two lovely girls a change of scenery. So this is Neeka Noodles on the left there, Ren on the right. Nero's heard that I'm filming, so is demanding that it should all be about him. I'll come back to you, Nero. Anyway, as you know, Ren was down at the beach yesterday. She was walking well. She was a little bit tired. She's been back in her muzzle, one of these lovely soft muzzles, overnight, and she didn't get it off this time, did you? So because there's quite a lot of grass down in the orchard, she's going to keep that on, and Neeka is going to wear one of our older muzzles just because we haven't got another one of the soft ones that Renska has just yet. But at least this means that she can be restricted on what she's eating. She can still get food through the bottom there. She's got her trainers on, her equine fusion boots, and she's walking so well in them that we thought she could go out with Ren and spend a bit of time down there. And although there's long grass, at least they're not going to get too much of it. So we'll see how they get on. It's been a while, hasn't it, Noodles? She says, I'm not sure about this bucket on my face, though. It's not a good look. She's like, Jodie, are you sure that this is where I'm supposed to go? All my friends are over there. What do you think the chances are of her still having fun in the morning?
50-50, I think.
Yeah.
I did give them a few treats through just so she knows she can get.
Oh, that's a good idea. At least she's actually got more holes in that one than Ren's got, hasn't she?
Yeah,
So
she'll soon figure it.
I heard her get a little bit there. We'll get you one like Ren's. But that'll do for now, won't it? So both of the boots have come flying off. We'll have to maybe do them up a little bit tighter. At least she's still moving well. Second attempt with the boots. We've got them on a little bit tighter. So there we were thinking that the muzzle would come off first, and it was actually the boots that came off first. Oh well, if they need to come back up, they need to come back up. Keep them on, Noodles, keep them on. Oh, they're still on at the moment. Well, Noodles on the left there. She did manage to get her boots off again. So we left her and Ren down here with them off for a few hours. Got them back on, and she's managed to keep them on for the rest of the evening so far. I think think she is still a little bit frustrated with her muzzle, but she'll get the hang of it. It's a very, very gorgeous evening here. There's the house looking beautiful up on the hill. Tamara's just up there waiting because we've got 14 people coming into the house tonight who are going to be staying in there for the next week. And hopefully they'll get weather like this. And there's the 3 boys. As you've probably guessed, I'm stood by Drummy's tree in the middle of the memorial orchard, and that space over there, pretty much in line with where the boys are, but between these 2 willow trees is where the memorial tree will go for Mum and Dad. So again, thank you to everybody who's donated towards that. I have spoken to the company who supplied Drummy's copper beech tree that's blooming, and they're going to provide a beautiful mature weeping willow in the autumn, because that's the best time to plant it to make sure it survives. And then Tamara and I will choose a nice big piece of stone from the farm that will go in front of it with Mum and Dad's name carved into it. Oh, that's nice. Nero's got a friend for a bit. He's got his Iceman. Iceman's eye isn't looking any more angry. Haven't had an update yet on the biopsy, but as soon as I have, I will let you know. In fact, if anything, it's looking a little bit smaller, so hopefully we're lucky and it's not a sarcoid. Hello, Hoytsy. Hello. I'm sat on your bench and it's very lovely. Just taking a moment to sit with him because Hoyts has actually got stable stays tonight. But his visitors are travelling up from London and I think they've had quite a horrible journey, so they're running quite late. But it's a surprise for one of them. So my plan is, when they get here, I'll tell them that they can come over and see Hoytzer and Jubbers and Yolanda in their house and garden. And they can join me in taking Hoytzer through to his bedroom for the night. And I always love that moment when I open the door and people see what it is inside there, with his bedroom and their bedroom for the night. So that's the plan, Hoytsy. So he's just going to go in and kick Yodel out of the house so he can get to the haylage. Little Jubbers has come to say hello. Hello, gorgeous. Look at that grubby little face. Look at that grubby little face. Do you want me to come and sit on your bench? Eh? Oh, he's a lovely boy. Have you got scratches? Do you want me to scratch your chin? Eh? Let's scratch your chin. There we go. That's it. Yodel's being kicked out now. That's a good rubbing point, isn't it, Yo? She's rubbing on there. Jubbers is rubbing on my knee. Do you need some scratchy brushes down here as well? Eh? Should we get you some down here? I really should have known better than to leave the hose with Nero filling up his water trough. But he's having fun. Look who it is. It's Hoitsy Poitsy with Joita and Mark, who arrived yesterday. Hoyts is ready to go already. So it was a bit of a surprise for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't have a clue.
And has it been a good night?
It's been very good. He's been keeping us awake and entertained all night.
But as I said to you, I came round the corner and thought that you'd actually stolen him because I didn't hear any kicking of the gate this morning. So I walked round and he was having a great big fruit bowl.
It's because he's constantly eating, I think that's why.
Yeah.
We've kept him occupied.
And that was his grooming fruit bowl, so I
Yeah.
could give him a brush.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
So have you enjoyed it?
I've loved it.
Was it a good birthday treat?
It has been amazing.
We're coming back.
We-
I kept calling Mark Farmer Mark.
Oh,
And he had his farmer stance, which was kind of like this.
Yeah.
And every time he'd do something really farmerish, like get the poo out or put the hay in, Farmer Mark.
oh, and he abandoned you for the night and just slept in with
He slept
Hoitzer or up
upstairs.
in
Yeah.
the top bunk.
Yeah. I didn't see you at all really today.
No,
Yeah.
Well, certainly a memorable birthday today.
definitely.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're very welcome. Well, thank you very much for babysitting him. And we can take him back down to his little buddy now. Oh, Jubbers, are you excited for your friend? He's pleased to see you too, Jubbers, I promise. Well, Neeka, you've managed to get the muzzle off, which isn't a surprise. Ren, you've been a good girl. You've kept yours on. Are the boots still on? Let me see your toes. Oh, I can see. Oh, they are still on. Let me have a look. Oh, what a good girl. Well, at least she kept them on. Would you like some breakfast now? It's quite windy today. Annie and Hidda and Principal. Wondering where we've been. Are we late for dinner? Sorry. Come on down. You're a very good girl, weren't you? Sit. Find your feet. Well done. Annie, she's just been to Mel's. Are you going on the lorry now? Good morning from a rather stormy Cartmel. We've had a huge amount of rain overnight, thunder, lightning. It's been a little bit wild. But here's Yolanda. She can't quite get into the house at the moment because Hoitzer and Jubbers are hogging the hay bale. But she's doing really well in here, other than her cheek. You may remember that I said that she'd got a swelling on the side of her face last week. She's not going to let me show you now. Is that your better side, darling? So we checked her records and she does have a diastema, which is a space between her teeth on this side. And what's happening, this swelling here, is where she's getting food impacted. So she managed to clear it last week, but it keeps coming back. So because we've got Sam coming on Monday, because sadly it turned out that growth above Ice's eye is actually a sarcoid. So Sam's coming on Monday to remove that, but he's also going to check Yolanda's teeth and see what can be done about the diastema, whether he puts some putty in it or whether he needs to widen it. But it's clearly not stopping her eating because she's looking rather well. But I'm pleased to say has dropped a little bit of weight from what she had on at the beginning of the summer. Nero, no, don't eat Teddy Bear's plant. You little horror. Not only have you knocked him off the bench, you've got out the turnout, ducked underneath the fencing, knocked his plant off and started eating it. You are so destructive. I think you can go into the other turnout where you're a little safer, or you can go in the arena for a bit, couldn't you? Just showing you what the shippen looks like at the moment. So So Michael's got all the drainage in, or I think most of it. He's levelled it out. But somebody was asking today on the live feed time that Frey and I did about whether this was going to connect to the house. And over in this corner, you can see just down here where there used to actually be a doorway through into what is the laundry room in the main house, which doesn't really get used that much by guests. There's the washing machine and dryer, and it has a door with access out to this side of the house. So what's going to happen here is Michael is putting a curved staircase down into that room, and that will be part of this room up here, which is a bedroom. So it will either be as a dressing room or the ensuite. I don't think that's been quite decided yet, but that ball is in Tamara's court. But it's really interesting when you look at the side of the house, and you can see up here where there was probably a window at some stage as well. So it's really opening up what used to be there and connecting the shippen into the house, which makes it truly ancillary accommodation to the house, which is what the planning application was for. As you can see over here, there's still this little room on the side here that will need levelling out. And then there's this additional room, which is going to be either a storage area leading onto the garden, maybe even a sauna. That would be nice. I do like saunas. But it's really starting to take some shape now, and Michael will be starting to build up the walls fairly soon. So that's our stable stays over there, for those who don't know. And all this ground out here is going to, at some point, need pulling up and levelling. But yeah, it's where you start and where you stop, because all of these barns will need renovation at some point. But we've certainly made very good progress over the last 18 months. And obviously the shippen is completely separate to what we do for the horses. But it's all helping rebuild this wonderful historic farm. Sunday morning, the sun's shining, the church bells are ringing. It's a very beautiful day. There's Annie and Hida free reining up the top. And then just over in the arena, we've got Wren and Neeka Noodles, who had to come back up from the orchard, which is just as well because it did flood a little bit yesterday. Wren's not looking entirely sound, so I'm going to get Sam to have another look at her tomorrow. As for Noodles, she manages to keep her boots on up here, but I have to say that muzzle that she was wearing did just in one night rub her quite badly round the face. So we'll aim to get one of those nice soft ones so that she can go out again. Birds are singing. It's another beautiful day. And every day I'm thankful, very grateful for where we live and all the support that we have around us. So we're going to head off now to go and do a little bit of shopping, find Bailey a nice suit for the funeral, and I better hurry up because Tamara's waiting in the car there for me.
I wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, feeling thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear. With every breath I take, I'm grateful you are near. So grateful, yeah. Thank you for the laughter, thank you for the tears. Thank you for the moments that we hold dear. Thank you for the love, thank you for the light. I'm grateful every day. You make my world so bright, oh so bright. The world can be a crazy place, with valleys and with peaks, but you bring joy into my life.